It's Distinction. Good evening, 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 and welcome to Game Night on Thursday the 17th of October. Back on Thursdays properly, no throwback packs tonight, all original trivia tonight, and it's very exciting. Welcome to you all. I realised I transitioned over from the titles screen to the game screen before I started saying good, and now I feel silly. I feel I should go back to it and do it again. Hang on, yeah, I'll do that. Good evening. That's the workflow. I should remember that. Shame on me.
Shame.
Oh, how are we all doing, gang? Nice to see you all. Nice to see so many of you here. Lovely stuff. Do come and join the game. We'll start with Distinction. No warm-up game tonight. And remember, this is a game where you cannot join in. Well, you can join in halfway through, but not in the middle of a round. Hello, a bear. Is it dog time already? Is it dog time already? Oh, my goodness gracious me. I thought you'd be knackered. So, here's a story for you. Tell you what, I'll show you the dog first. Come on, bear. Up you come. Oh, what a good pup. Hello. Hello. Oh, look how sweet he is. Oh, hello. Hashtag dog time already. It's hello. Oh, yes. Yeah, big kisses. Oh, he's so sweet. Oh, that QR code might be a bit finicky, Irish Disney nerd. If you type !app, like that. Oh, there you go. Coda's beat me to it. Thank you, Coda. Go to that link. It takes you to the same webpage. Probably this one is probably best played on a computer rather than a phone, is my advice. I'm going to pop you back down now, there. Maybe we'll have some more. We'll have some more dog time later on, perhaps. But I'll tell you a little story in just a minute. First of all, let me say hello to everyone. There's some new people here tonight. You're very welcome. Lovely to have you here. And good evening to Fets and JR and Shapes and Mark and Lewis and Colin and AB Me. Good evening SJ and Dragon and Irish Disney Nerd. First time chatter. Welcome to you. You're most welcome. Lupine, Oni, Toot. Good evening Jerry and Naked Grandma. Stimson Zango and BC and Pidge. Another first time chatter there. Welcome to you. Lovely to have you here. Good evening Score and TVPA and Proogs and Puzzle Dan and Topper and Kodiak Ursa Medium. It's a name I think I've seen before. Welcome to you. And Cola and anyone else, of course, who is lingering, lurking and loitering in the chat. You're most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me for what promises to be a super fun evening of game night. As the first time round the loop comes to an end, I'll let the brass play out. And then I'm going to tell you a little story. So, so I took Dex out for his walk after work today, and we went around the park. And thing is, when you get to your 30s, it's impossible to make friends. So when you're in your sort of mid to late 30s, is my mic very loud? Oh, I will drop it a bit because I am going into the red actually. Let me pop it down. Validation code shouldn't be case sensitive. Is that any better? Is that any better, JR? I've just dropped the mic level slightly. Oh, and I'll tell you why it's loud. I'll tell you exactly why it's loud. I know why it's loud. It's not an OBS thing. It's because I did some recording last night in Audacity, and I would have changed the mic volume, the master mic volume. Yeah, so I put 0.83. It should be at like 0.74. I have to do that via Audacity. Okay. Well, I'll just talk in my normal voice, my mic at the normal volume, and then I'll tell you my story. Tell me, is that okay? The levels we're at right now. It is a bop. If I'm drowning out the game, then never not good. Great, we'll stick with that. Thank you very much for letting me know about that. So it's not the sort of thing I would have known necessarily until I watched the VOD. As many of you know, it's very difficult to make friends in your 30s because what happens, you leave university and then all of a sudden everyone's got their own lives and stuff, and the friends that you had however many years ago are the friends that you've got, and it can become quite challenging to meet new people unless you go out and do stuff. So I meet people running and and at the club and things. But Pidge has got you in. I just need a verification code in the chat. To make friends in your 40s, I can imagine that's even harder. There you go, Pidge, welcome to the game. And Disney Nerd, I've got you in now as well, so you'll need a verification code into the chat as well. Anyway, I took Dex out and I bumped into a guy in his mid-30s and we got chatting and we're now friends, which is nice. And then, here's the point of the story. As many of you know, I used to be a teacher a long time ago. And it wasn't a career that was ever going to be for me forever, but I don't regret doing it. It taught me a lot, and I have some really good memories and good experiences of that. And I was at the park, and Dex saw another dog and went to play with it. It turned out that this dog was part greyhound, so they ended up just doing circles around the park, and he should be absolutely knackered now because he was just running in a circle. But it turns out, I was chatting with this young couple in the early 20s, late teens, early 20s, and I looked at the guy and I said, I know you. And he said, yeah, I recognise your voice. So he recognised my voice, presumably not my hair. And I said, yeah, I used to teach you. And it turns out there's this young kid who, when I left teaching in 2017, he was in year 9. And he's now in his early 20s. He's doing a teacher training degree in PGCE. And he's just set a date to get married to his fiancée, who's another one of my students who was a couple of years younger. So, and he's just saying, bloody hell, that they grow up. And it just sort of, and when they remember you and then they see you, and they say, I really enjoyed your lessons or whatever, it's just sort of such a nice moment. I think, okay, that's why we did it. You see these, really, really, really good young people turning into well-rounded human beings and, getting on with their lives and doing, really good things. And it's like, brilliant. So that sort of perked me up. And we had a lovely chat for 15 minutes and our dogs played together and it was brilliant. So, yeah. So that was my nice story from this afternoon. Monte, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. We've been a few times around this loop, so I think we should probably get on with this game. I recognise there's a few new people in tonight. You're very, very welcome. You'll pick up the game as, fairly quickly. It's generally straightforward. The general gist of it is, certainly in this first round, be right as quickly as you can. Okay? That's all you need to know. So, without any further ado, it's lovely to have you all here. We've got Distinction now, we've got Hacker as a bit of a break in the middle, and then rounding off the night later on, we've got Red Herrings by new writer JR Plays Games. This pack has been written by Lupine, and it's been proofed by Nando. Very grateful to both of them. I had a quick look through it when I exported it. Really good pack, lots of very accessible trivia. Should be something for everyone in here. I wouldn't be surprised if we had some clear boards in this one, but we will see. And here we go, a message from our sponsor, Topper One Gaming.
All the threes, 38. Oops, one of the threes is the wrong way round.
Thank you very much for the 38-month subscription there, Toppy. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. And 8 Minky. That would be fun to rifle. Imagine if someone had just submitted a pack of Distinction thinking it was fun to rifle. 8 Minky, welcome to the stream. 8 Minky might be a future writer for this game. Jogging, welcome on into the game. Topper, thank you for that 38 months. Oni, thank you for the 48 months as well. Most grateful to you for that. And I think that was everything. Yeah, some pennies getting cashed in. So, yeah. Welcome. Natter, welcome on into the game. Ape, are you joining us? Oh, here he is. Is this who I think it is? Is just coming to join. That would make sense. I'm just going to wait. Someone has joined but needs to validate. Oh, no, it's not. It's Ape, but he's joined with the name Zeusmore, and I was thinking, is that Zeus? Because I know Zeus seems to be virtually unbeatable in this game, it seems, but I'm not sure he's here tonight. But yes, 8 matters too. We love him very much. Right, I'm going to wait for this loop to finish, and then we are going to get on with the game. It is Distinction. It's been written by Lupine and proofed by Nando. There's lots of really good stuff in here. So, hope you're ready to play and have some fun. Get those devices ready. It's Distinction. Let's go to round number 1. Timed that almost perfectly. Yeah, somehow he wins anyway. How about, well, what would be the odds of that? So here we go. Round number 1. We've got 3 boards, an 11, a 10, and another 11. Lots of answers, 32 in total. First person to find one of the answers on any of the boards will get 20 points for it. If you get the answer within 5 seconds of the first person to get the answer, you will get a conciliatory 5 points. Anyone else, though, once the answer has been found, no points will be given. So if you can see the answer on the broadcast, I'm afraid it won't be worth any points, so there's no point typing it. There's 1 bonus per board, which is worth 30 points rather than the flat rate of 20, and you can give me up to 3 answers answers, and they can come from anywhere across the 3 boards. You can take 3 from one, you can take 1 from each, or you can go 2 from one from another. It's entirely up to you. Lots of variants in here, which should help you along your way. So type fast and furious. The fastest player to find the answers will get the points for it. And you've got 60 seconds to try and clear the board. Best of luck to you all. And a quick reminder that these boards are exhaustive, which means there are only the number of answers as stipulated in the question. So if the question says name the blah, there are only as many answers, that we haven't omitted any. There is one board where it asks for the 10. That's the middle board. Where obviously there would be more, but we're only after the particular 10. Hopefully that makes sense. Good luck to you all, and let's reveal the categories of our first 3 boards. They are UK #1 studio albums for the Beatles, the 10 largest countries in Africa by area, and federal holidays in the USA. And here come some answers coming in, and 2 bonuses getting found very, very quickly on the left and right hand board. There's 1 bonus left in the middle, and only 2 answers to find on that right hand board already. Federal holidays in the USA proving very, very popular. Beatles albums, less so. There's 4 still available there. There are 3 available in the middle now. Just 1 more to find on the right side. There's the final bonus, Chad, going out in the middle board. So that's all bonuses accounted for, and just 5 answers left to find in just under 30 seconds to do it. Make sure you're going into the right window there, Colon. And here comes another album, I think. Yes, indeed. And another African country is coming in now. There it is, just 2 answers to find, 10 seconds to go. Can we clear them? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is time. We'll just see if any answers came in the grace time, and it doesn't look like it. Well, you have found 30 out of 32. Peter like 3 answers. That's the name of the game. That is the name of the game. You have done jolly well there. 30 out of 32 is certainly not to be sneezed at. Well done for those bonuses. Toot getting revolver. Who's that who found Chad there? Who was that? That was Fetz finding Chad in the middle, and BC over on the right finding Washington's birthday. You did clear the federal holidays board, but let's have a look at those answers that you didn't find. Let's take a look. Beatles for Sale and Angola were the 2 missing answers. Beatles for Sale in the #1 Beatles albums. I hear they're overrated. Oh, hello. Here's a message from our sponsor, Colin.
13 months? Unlucky for some. Certainly me tonight with the internet.
Oh no, Colin, you're having internet woes. Oh, what a shame. I'll have to press the button for that.
What a shame.
But genuinely, what a shame. But thank you for the 13 months. Most grateful to you. And kicking off a hype train there. How exciting. Indigenous Peoples Day. I don't know, actually. Let me just have a quick look down these answers. No, Columbus Day was the only one that didn't have any alts, actually, in that particular... and Memorial Day as well. So, yes, all of the Beatles albums found. Nothing more to say about those. Please, Please Me with the Beatles, A Hard Day's Night, Beatles for Sale, which we missed, Help, Rubber Soul Revolver, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, The Beatles, or The White Album, Abbey Road, and Let It Be. And hello, here's a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
Ben, thoughts on the Beatles?
I think they're overrated, personally. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Puzzle Dan. 10 largest countries in Africa by area. They've actually gone in order from first down there, I believe. So Algeria, Democratic Republic of the Congo. We didn't accept just Congo because, of course, there's 2, Democratic Republic of the Congo and the Republic of the Congo. Sudan, Libya, Chad, Niger, Angola, Mali, South Africa, and Ethiopia. The next 5 would have been Mauritania, Egypt, Tanzania, Nigeria, and Namibia. So if you said any of those, you were close but no cigar. I found out the etymology of that phrase the other day, which I'll tell you all about later on if somebody reminds me. Close but no cigar. Genuinely quite interesting. Federal holidays. The only one that you didn't miss any there. It's a New Year's Day, obviously the 1st of January. Martin Luther King's birthday, celebrated the 3rd Monday in January. Washington's birthday, the 3rd Monday in February. Memorial Day, which is the last Monday in May. The Juneteenth National Independence Day, or the 19th of June, is apparently a thing. Obviously Independence Day, the 4th of July. Labour Day, which is the 1st Monday in September. Columbus Day, which is the 2nd Monday in October. Veterans Day, which is, of course, November the 11th. Thanksgiving, which is the 4th Thursday in November. And, of course, Christmas Day, December the 25th. Very well done if you managed to get any points out of that. If you were close to being the first to answer, you'd have got some consolation points. I think it's time we go and have a look at the scores at the end of round 1. Well, let's see how we're doing. So, going from the bottom. A few people yet to score, but that's fine. We've still got plenty of time to get some points on the board. Here's our first set of points coming in. A few people grabbing 5 points there. There'll be the consolation points. Moving up the board, there's a couple of consolation points, and in our first full answer, Simpson, Silver Electro, JR Dragon, all finding one answer. Topper finding one and getting some consolation points with 25. Suyu and Clive the same. Toot finding two, or possibly getting two lots of consolation points because I think you've got a bonus. Jake and Fetz both on 40. Mark is on 45, and into our top 6, we've got AB Me also on 45, and then we've got Shapes, Jogging, Jerry, Gammon in Space all on 60, and BC with the lead on 70. Obviously, the ones on 60 finding their maximum 3, but BC finding the maximum 3 with a bonus. These are some very juicy ties, which could make some interesting things as the game continues on. Clive and Nata, welcome formally to the stream. Lovely to have you here. And here we go. Those are the scores at the end of round 1. Okay, opportunity for anybody to come and join the game now. If you didn't get in at the beginning, the game will now let you join. So if you've been lurking in the wings thinking, what is this all about? And thinking, actually, that looks a lot of fun. I think I'm going to join. Now is the time to do that. So do come and join while I stall briefly. Just before we go on to round 2, we've got 3 boards to look forward to in round 2, but of course they will be one at a time. And then we'll go from there. So actually, while we do this, I will tell you all about Close But No Cigar. So apparently, so it must be true because I heard it on a TikTok or a Facebook short, whatever it is. Close But No Cigar, at the fun fair, a prize used to be a cigar. So if you threw a hoop, you had to throw a hoop like round a stick or something. And if you managed that, then you won a cigar. But if you got close, or if you got close to the top prize, then you wouldn't win a cigar, but you'd get like a consolation prize. So they call it Close But No Cigar. Yeah, I hope that's true. It sounded very plausible. A ring toss. It was a ring toss game, or dance in the cards, or so. It was some sort of funfair carnival-y sort of game. So I thought that's brilliant if that is the case. That's if the way, because of course when you say that sentence out of context, it makes absolutely no sense. Sort of Close but no cigar. What? I don't even smoke cigars. I prefer a vape pen personally. Very LBC mystery. It is very much. Just call me James O'Bennon. Maybe. I'm not quite sure that works. Anyway, a couple of people have refreshed their accounts, and there goes that hype train off out the station. Thank you very much for the support there, and yeah, I think it does need work. Let's play on. Round 2. So into round 2, we've once again got 3 boards, except this time we've got them one at a time, and we have once again got a finite number of answers on the board. So in this case, there will be 6. There will not be more than 6, as stated by the question. And the objective of this round is to name the rarest answer. That is, excuse me, the answer that you think fewest other players in the game are going to say. Because the fewer players who say it, the more points you get. So you need to think of the rarest correct answer. However, beware, because everybody else is also trying to think of the rarest correct answer. So sometimes the optimum strategy can be to name the most common answer, because everyone's thinking, oh, that's far too common, I'm not going to say that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Because we've got 6 answers on the board, the rarest answer will get 60 points. And then we take 10 points off for every next one, unless there are ties, in which case it does something slightly different with the scores. But if you give me a correct answer, you are guaranteed at least 10 points. Okay, so 30 seconds to name any of the 6 items that fulfill this category. And you've only got 30 seconds. Sorry, 30 seconds, I said that, but you can only give me one answer. That was it. Only give me one answer. So don't try and type them all, because I'll only accept your first answer. All right, so most unique answers score 60 points, subsequent answers scoring 10 points fewer. One answer, 30 seconds. Good luck. Can you tell me on this first board, any of the 6 standard chess pieces? Ten seconds. Disney Nerd, is your account alive? Is your app died? And that is time. So, this is all very exciting because I've got a sea of green coming up there. So everyone is correct. Yeah, there are only 6 pieces on a chessboard. No answer submitted from Disney Nerd, but everybody else giving me a correct answer. So very well done. Oh, that's such a pain. I'm sorry about that, Irish Disney Nerd. Sometimes giving it a refresh can work, but if you didn't get the payload at the beginning, then it won't. Yeah, you won't get it till the next question now, regrettably. So it may have come loose. So give it a refresh, and it will show up on my console, and hopefully we'll get you in for the next question. So let's calculate and see. Did we cover all answers? We did. But this is quite interesting. We have got a tie for the rarest answer because only one player said each of the 2 rarest answers. Very, very interesting. Let's go through them, starting with the most popular. 10 points each for the 11 players who said to me, Rook, or some variation thereon. We did also accept the plural form, and we accepted castle as well. But yes, 10 points for Rook. Clive Proogs, Mantissa Toot, Pyro, Puzzle Mario, Silver Electron Pidge, Suyo Natter, and Zeusmore. Good evening, UKSG Marathon. Yes, this game entry is still possible at the end of the round. So we've got 2 more boards, and then yes, you will be able to come and join us. Oh, it's Paul. Hello, Paulister. Welcome on. I was going to say first-time chatter. What's UKSG doing here? Oh, it's probably Paulister. Welcome on in, mate. Yes, you'll be able to join come the end of the round. Okay, so yeah, 10 points for Rook, 11 players going for that. 8 players going for the next popular answer, 20 points each for Bishop, JR, Fett, Colin, Stimson's Angle, Mark, Jake Denny, Dragon, and Lamonte, all saying Bishop can obviously only move diagonally. Very well done for 20 points. Next, we've got a tie here, so 40 points for each of the 4 or 8 players who said, 4 of them saying King, BC, Jerry, Topati, Jamboree, and Jog, all going for King for 40 points, and another 4 players also getting 40 points for Pawn, AB Me, Marcini, Shapes, and Grams. Which means we've got 2 answers to reveal and only 2 players. So Cola and Gammon in Space, you've done jolly well here because no one else said these 2 answers. Very well done, 60 points each. Cola going for Queen. And Gammon in Space going for Knight. Knight is probably the one I would have gone for, actually. Knight, of course, moving L-shaped. And yes, Queen worth the most points, of course, so that's fairly standard. I think someone once said to me that a Queen is worth 9 points, Knights and Bishops are worth 3, and a Rook is worth 5, and a Pawn is worth 1. So having the Queen is better than having all 8 pawns on the board. I don't quite necessarily think I agree with that because it depends on the setup of the board. A Queen is fine as long as she's not pinned down anywhere, and a Knight can be immensely powerful because of the way it moves. And no, they don't. I mean, it was good for sort of amateur learning, but I feel like it's left me with bad ideas of how chess works, and I wish my chess was better. King is infinite, yes, an infinite number of points. Hey, Paulista, there you are. Oh, 2 new chatters. That'll bump the average views, I'm sure. Yeah, you'll be able to join at the end of this round, Paulista. Anyway, well done if you got some points out of that, and let's move on. Moving on to board number 2. Irish Disney Nerd, I'm hoping you managed to sort out your account there. iOS doesn't like it. Phone and pad, it should do. iPad might be a bit weird. The keyboard doesn't pop up on iPad, but iPhone should be fine. I know iPad, there is a bug where it thinks it's a desktop device and therefore doesn't provide the soft keyboard, which is a Unity level bug, which I really need to look into. But the phone should be fine. Let's move on. Another 6 answers on this board, and 1-word answers on all of these. You have got 30 seconds to tell me any of the first names of the 6 main characters in Friends. And that would be your time up. I happen to think Friends is also slightly overrated, much like the Beatles. But again, I also recognise that it paved the way for many other sitcoms, and one of my favourite sitcoms, which is How I Met Your Mother, is basically Friends rebranded in many respects. But yeah, there we go. I think I've probably seen 1 or 2, but not not many. It never really gelled with me. Anyway, let's take a look and see any wrong answers. Again, none, just the 2 missing answers from Disney Nerd and Lamonti. So that means if you've given me an answer, you have definitely got at least 10 points. Let's see if we can calculate these scores. And, oh, my goodness gracious me. We have got all 6 answers covered, but we've got a slightly more widespread in the scores here. But we're going to start with 10 points for the 7 players who said Chandler for 10 points, Mantissa, Pyro, Puzzle Mario, Dragon, Grams, Suyu, and Natter all getting 10 points for Chandler, played by the late Matthew Perry, I believe. Yes, because he very, very sadly passed away last year, possibly earlier this year. Chandler, your first answer for 10 points. 6 players, each getting 30 points, and we have a tie here, 2 lots of 6 players. So 30 points for Monica, Marcini, Fetz, Colin, Toot, Gammon in Space, and Pidge, all saying Monica for 30 points. And another 6 players getting 30 points for Rachel, Prue, Simpsons Angle, Mark, BC Shapes, and Jog. Monica played by Courtney Cox, and then she was Courtney Cox Arquette, and then she was just Courtney Cox again. Rachel played by Jennifer Aniston. On to the next, just 5 players here, and each getting 40 points for saying Phoebe for 40 points, Clive, JR Jerry, Top Party Jamboree, and Silver Electron all saying Phoebe, played by Lisa Kudrow, if memory serves. So getting into the top spots, 3 players each getting 50 points for Ross, as played by David Schwimmer, Cola, Jake Denny, and Zeusmore all saying Ross for 50 points, which means AB Me has got a distinct answer. Very well done. You're going to pick up 60 points. That's the only person who said Joey, played by Matt LeBlanc. Very well done there, AB Me. Joey doesn't share food. No, he doesn't. I think I saw a clip of that the other day. Oh, a new public chatter. Danny Gander, welcome to the stream, my dude. Hope you're keeping well. Those last 2 boards, everyone who played an answer was correct. I wonder if that will persist going into board number 3. BC wins the game, Joey Chicken. What? Oh, did he have a pet chicken at one point? That sounds like something I vaguely remember. Anyway, board number 3. Good luck to you all. 6 answers once again on this board. You only need to give me 1. Chicken duck, that was it. Jogging, welcome to the stream. 6 answers, 30 seconds, and I would like to know, quite a lengthy question here, English men's football clubs that were either relegated from the Premier League to the Championship or promoted from the Championship to the Premier League in 2024. I appreciate that it's not showing up particularly clearly on the broadcast, but hopefully it shows up nice and clearly on your app. So, English football. Yes, English men's top flight football. Lupi with the apology. Answers from most players. I'm not sure we're going to have quite the same sea of green that we had before. I know, because I saw the answers coming in on the console. A4DD, go sports. Welcome, Ad. I've got to call you A4DD. We'll stick with that. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Welcome to the stream. Let's take a look at any wrong answers. Lots and lots in there. Cheltenham, no. Brighton, no. Norwich, no. Arsenal, no. Norwich again, no. West Brom, no, not on my list. Crystal Palace, no. No answer from 2. Leicester. Oh, that one actually is correct. Puzzle Dan, yeah. Puzzle Dan. I know it's not pronounced Leicester. I know it's pronounced Leicester. I was being amused. Well, apparently not being amusing. Answer to condone. Yeah. I'll allow it. Condone round 2 answer. There we go. Leeds, no. That's my dad's team. Croydon, US, no answer. Leeds, no answer, no answer. London. There's a few football teams in London. Wrexham and Arsenal, I'm afraid all of those are incorrect. So just 1 to condone there. But unfortunately, everything else was incorrect. I'm very sorry. So no points for you. Oh, my goodness gracious me. We have got a distinct answer. One that none of you have said. And we've got a 3-way tie with 3 answers being given by just 1 person, each of whom will get 60 points. So, let's go through them. First of all, 6 players getting 20 points for Leicester City. AB Me, Prugs, Jerry, Puzzle Mario, Silver Electron, and Jogging all saying Leicester City. 4 players, each getting 30 points for Luton Town, BC, Cola, Pyro, and Gammon in Space. Very well done for Luton Town there. And like I said, we've got a three-way tie at the top. Each of these answers, Colin Shapes and Jake Denny, I beg your pardon. Each of you will get 60 points for the three answers you gave because you said Jack Denny going for Southampton, Shapes going for Ipswich Town, and Colin going for Burnley. Very well done if you got any of those 60 points. Do anybody want to hazard a guess in the public chat now? The one answer that we missed now that the clock is off. Pyro's all over it. Pyro and Oni coming in sync there. Yeah, Sheffield United. And I have a note here in caps from Lupine saying, do not accept Sheffield Wednesday. They are a different team. Sheffield is too generic to be accepted due to Sheffield United and Sheffield Wednesday. Similarly to if you just said Manchester and Man United, Man City are different teams. So a missing answer there, Sheffield United. But, and we have summoned him. Ash, welcome to the stream. The mention of Sheffield and he will appear. Welcome on in, mate. Hope you're keeping well. And Pyro, welcome to the stream as well. The proof I might have overruled that. Which, what, the Sheffield? No. Sheffield are very much different teams. With Sheffield United, or the Blades, were all acceptable there. What's a chef field? It's one where he cooks when he goes camping. No? I thought it was funny. Let's check out the scores at the end of round 2. So over to the board. Let's take a look and see how we're doing. Disney Nerd yet to score, because I think we had some controller trouble there, but everyone else is now off the marks, getting points. Lamonte and Nat are on 20. Mantis has got 30. Suyu and Dan are on 45. Pidge is also on 45. Graham's Dragon have got 50. Pyro's got 55. Apes on 65. Stimson's Angle is on 70. Prove's also on 70, as is Marcini. Clive has 75. Toot and JL are both on 80. Silver Electron has 90. Coming into the top 12. Vet's also on 90. Mark has 95. Top has got 105. Colin on 110. Then a bit of a gap. Colo's in 8th with 140. Jogging's on 150. And our top 6. Jerry on 160. AB Me on 165. Tied in 3rd, BC and Jake Denny on 170 each. Gammon in Space, 10 ahead on 180, but currently leading just by 10 points with 190 is Shapes. It's a close game coming into round 3 and all to play for because there's big points available as we go to round number 3. Opportunity to come and join the game. There is a QR code to get the app up on your device and the room code as well, NTPG, if you'd like to come and play. Welcome in, Paulister. Hopefully see you jumping down the stairs. There he is, coming down the stairs, and he's going to hop over there onto the front row, between Cola and Pidge. Lovely stuff. And I see Astragali is coming to join us as well. Astragali, welcome, welcome. Up and down the stairs. Come take a seat just in time for round number 3. Whee! Lovely. Anybody else going to join us? Welcome on in, Astrokali. Hope you're having a good week. It's nearly the weekend. The weekend is in sight. We're over that Thursday hurdle, and we're into our sort of just over a half-day Friday, or early finish Friday. So I get to finish at 3 on a Friday. And yeah, I'm not quite sure what I've got planned. I think I might have a Friday free, so I'm probably going to end up in the club again, as I normally do on Fridays, unless more gainful opportunities present themselves between now and then. Saturday's shaping up to be an interesting day, which I'm sure I will tell you all about later on. Let's recover for the next one. I'm too scared of his fangs to get close enough. Well, that is the trick with round 3. You've got to get inside the question writer's mind. Hey! Pass your MOT. Well done, Proogs. Oh, I can tell you a car horror story. I had to have my car serviced this week. I thought it was going to be about 180 quid, 200 quid. And went in and said, yeah, it's 212. Okay, that's fine. And they sent me a little video about halfway through the morning. So, yes, actually, when we put it up on the ramp, you've got 2 tyres that are probably on the minimum amount of tread. You've got another tyre which is on the minimum amount of tread nearly, but you'll probably get away with it. And your front brakes, your front pads need replacing, and your rear pads and discs need replacing, and you need to top up your coolant, and you need your wiper blades replaced. Oh, my God. 970 quid, I think it cost me in the end. I was like, oh, my God, it's so expensive. And that's just got consumables, like, brakes and tyres. It's like, how the bloody hell does anyone run a car? Yeah, 970 quid. 200 quid for the service, and then £700 for the £150 a tyre, and I had 2 of them. And then it was just shy of 400 quid for the rear pads and discs. Yeah, that was not fun. That was not a fun day. But hey, it's road weather. I've got to drive to Wales in a couple of weeks anyway, and Salford at the end of next month. So I need a roadworthy car. So yeah, it's a bit painful. 197 for MOT. Well, I'm delighted for you, Bruce. I'm very happy for you. To be fair, I had my MOT in like April, and that wasn't as expensive, and presume my next MOT won't be expensive either. About 4 videos till you've been framed. What? Oh yeah, because they'll give me £250. So hopefully we can get some amusing videos. Do they still make You've Been Framed? I don't even know. Anyway, moving on. Round 3. Oh, look at that chunky boy in the middle. Look at that thick boy right there. So thick, in fact, we're going to have to move the camera back, aren't we? Which was a studio camera. Camera 3, multi-box. I think it's camera. Is it camera 3? Single box. Oh no, they're the physical cameras. I need a Unity camera. Cameras. Camera angles. Main camera floating? No. Shit, where are my cameras? Is it that one? Oh, it's that one. Single box? That's the one. Right, let's just... Oh no, it's not, because that field of view is off. Where is the camera that we're using? Multi-box cam, there it is. Whoop. There we go. Just going to pull that back just ever so slightly from 75 down to like 82 just so we get everything in. Yeah, big chunky boy in the middle there. 82 is where the field of view is. 12 answers on that there board. All very exciting. So this round will feel very familiar to round 1 in that the first player to find the answer will get the point. The big difference here is that these are not exhaustive boards. You might think they are, given we've got 12 answers on the middle one, but these are non-exhaustive boards, which means you've slightly got to get into Ralph's head. So you might type an answer that is a correct answer, but Ralph has chosen not to put on his list, so it makes it a little bit more tricky. However, the payoff is that you get slightly more points. The first player to find any of the answers will get 40 points. Subsequent answers will score 5 points if you get it within 5 seconds of the first answer, as a bit of a consolation prize. And once again, there are 3 bonuses in this game, 1 on each board, which are worth 60 points if you can find them, which means it's technically 180 points up for grabs, which means anyone can still get to the final, which I love. 3 answers in total, and again, they can come from anywhere. 3 from one from each, or 2 from one and 1 from another, and 60 seconds in which to do it. The very best of luck to you all. 29 answers in total, 12 of them are in the middle, and we are looking for... Animals painted by Banksy in London from the 5th to the 13th of August 2024, 20th century winners of the Tony Award for Best Musical, and US presidents that served a single term. Get your answers in. 180! And there's our first couple of bonuses. Elephants and Guys and Dolls, going to Cola and Natta, respectively, by the looks of it. Still a bonus over on that right-hand board if you want to try some presidents out. Remember, these are not exhaustive, so you might give me an answer that is technically correct, but doesn't feature on the board. So keep pressing and guessing. Lots of musicals still remaining. There's another president going. 10 seconds. There's the final bonus going. 1 each on the outer boards and 6 in the middle. 5 seconds. One more guess if you're quick. And time for a couple of Grace Time answers, maybe. There's Evita coming in, and Herbert Hoover clearing that right-hand side board. Just 6 answers missing. Only 1 of the Banksies and 5 in the middle. Well, you've done jolly well there again, finding 23 of the 29 answers that were available, and then covering all 3 bonuses, so well done there. Let's just go through those Banksies first of all. Goat or mountain goats, precariously perched on a ledge in Kew Green on the 5th of August. Elephants on the 6th of August, peering out of 2 boarded up windows in Chelsea. Monkeys on the 7th of August, 3 swinging monkeys hanging out on a viaduct over Brick Lane. Wolves on the 8th, painted on a satellite dish in Peckham as if howling at the moon, but was stolen later that day. Pelicans on the 9th of August, 2 pelicans having a fishy feast at a fish and chip shop in Walthamstow. Cats on the 10th of August, painted on a billboard in Cricklewood that was removed by contractors later that day. God, spoil sports. Piranhas, we did also accept fish on that one. On the 11th of August, the police sentry box in the City of London was turned into an aquarium of piranhas, later removed and relocated to Guildford. Is London like anti-fun or something? Rhinoceroses, on the 12th of August, a rhino in Charlton seen mounting a car with a traffic cone on its bonnet by the day after the car had vanished. Again, no fun. The one missing answer on the Banksy board is gorillas. Gorillas. On the 13th of August, the final painting was fittingly found on a shutter at London Zoo, perhaps revealing the source of all the animals around London as a gorilla lifts up the shutter, a sea lion and a flock of birds escaping. This is why the board went into round 3, a note from Ralph here, because the sea lion is the animal not counted in this non-exhaustive list, and birds is an alternative answer for the pelicans, so we couldn't accept those. But no one found the gorilla answer anyway, so slightly academic. So there's a bit of information for you there. On to the musicals, the ones that you missed: My Fair Lady, The Music Man, Fiddler on the Roof, The Wiz, and The Lion King. Nobody getting The Lion King. South Pacifica 1950, Guys and Dolls 51, My Fair Lady 57, The Music Man 1958, Fiddler on the Roof in 65, Cabaret in 67, Little Night Music in 73, The Wiz in 1975, Vita in 1980, and Cats in 1983. And you cleared all your presidents, so well done. Martin Van Buren, 1837 to 1841. James K. Polk, 1845 to 1849. Franklin Pierce, 1853 to 1857. James Buchanan, 57 to 61. Rutherford B. Hayes, 1877 to 1881. William Howard Taft, 1909 to 1913. Herbert Hoover, 1929 to 1933. And Jimmy Carter, from 77 to 81. And also, happy 100th birthday to Jimmy Carter as of October the 1st. Is he still alive? Did he die recently? I thought he died recently. No, blimey. Still going at 100 years old. What a guy. There you go. That's all the information. So Ralph has furnished me with remarkable detail there. So thank you very much, Ralph, for the extra info. And very well done, everyone, if you managed to get some points out of that. Let's go to the leaderboard and see who's going to be in the final. Just a quick reminder, even if you're not in the final, you can still play along. You've got a very important role, but it's the top 3 scorers who are going to be in the final this week. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Disney Nerd and Paulie, unfortunately not getting any points, but still some available in the final round. Astrogali also not managing to pick up any there, but then Lamonte on 20, Mantissa 30, Suyu and Puzzle Mario and Pidge all on 45. Grams and Dragon on 50. Pyro's got 65. Prugs and Marcini are on 70. JR's on 80. As is Natter. Mark's on 95. Silver Electron on 100. Colin 115. Toot 120. Fetch 130 coming into the top 12. Topper on 145, Stimpson on 150, Jake Denny 175, Gammon in Space 180, Jogging 190, Clive 195. Let's take a look at our top 6 and find out who our finalists are going to be. Cola and Jerry both on 200, Ape on 210, but then there's a big old gap. But it is close between these top 3. Shapes, AB, me and BC on 270, 285 and 290. That is a photo finish if ever I saw one. And that is going to make for a very, very interesting final. Commiserations if you didn't make it. There is still a lobby medal available if you end up the game with the most points as a non-finalist. But our gold, silver and bronze medalists will be BC, AB, me and Shapes. But in which order is yet to be determined, but this should make for a really, really good final. Mental note, someone track down the scores. I'm going to write them in suggestions because I need to figure out if there is a bug going into the final or not. I couldn't see anything wrong with the code, but I'm writing them down, and these are nice and close, so it'll be really obvious later on, hopefully. Right, BC 290, ABME 285, Shapes 270. Need to investigate potential bug. No, just those 3. I need to, because what should happen is whatever the finalists end up on in the final round, they should get that plus what they've got here. And the code looks like it's doing that, but the last few weeks, the last few times we played, I'm not sure it has. So just keeping a note of them, and then what they end up on in the final round, and then what the final board says they've got. No, he didn't, Top. Behave. Yeah, in fact. Order! There we go. Anyway, that is the order of the board, and it's time for the distinction final. Or it will be once we've gone back to the lobby. Last chance for anybody to come and join. There are a couple of empty seats up here if you would like to come and join the game. Minus 200 for wrote yourself in the third person. Very good. So, our top 3 are going to be our finalists. BC, AB Me, and Shapes. And they're going to be battling it out for the gold medal. But if you're not in the final, you've still got a very, very important job to do. Because this is where distinction takes on the true pointless vibe. Because this game is the net result of what happened when I tried to make a format like Pointless work on Twitch. This is what we ended up with. So, Disney, is that another device you're joining on because you're having to revalidate again? Fingers crossed this one works out for you. I really hope you can get some points and some pennies out of this. But I see you've revalidated, so hopefully, let's see if that works out for you. Good luck to everybody. Let's go to the distinction final. Look how close these scores are. 5 points between BC and ABB, and just 15 between ABM and Shapes. That's a 3-mark difference, and only between ABM and Shapes, and only a 1-mark difference between BC and ABM. Oh, good gracious. Good gracious. Well, here's how this works. In just a moment, I'm going to reveal the question, and to our non-finalists, you will have 60 seconds to give me as many answers as you can that fulfill the criteria that is displayed. Okay? Easy peasy. You can give me a maximum of 5. My advice is always to go with the rarest ones for the first 30 seconds, and then if you've still got any gaps, go for the more obvious ones later on, because as ever, the rarer the answer you give, the more points it is worth to you at the end of the game. But it is better to have 5 answers and have a few of them be really obvious and shared with lots of people than it is to have empty spaces. So do try and get your 5 within the 60 seconds that you've got. We'll then hand it over to our finalists, and their goal is to try and avoid the answers you say, and they will lose points for every player who said an answer that they give. And if they give a wrong answer, then they lose 100 points, and if more than 20 people said an answer that they give, they lose the maximum of 100. If nobody says the answer that they give, then they keep their score and they get a very special distinction fanfare. And the way this works is that at the end of 2 passes, left to right and then right to left, the player with the highest score is the gold medalist. In the event of a tie, BC will have priority over ABM, who will have priority over Shape. So there's a count back on the scores to the previous round. Hopefully that makes sense. Good luck to you all. Lobby players, 60 seconds on the clock to give me up to 5 of the 16 countries competing in the 2025 Women's Rugby World Cup. And here they come. So, keep pressing and guessing. Say what you see. No, that's not this game. This game is Say What You See. It's a catchphrase. There's a few people finishing off already. Mark, Jay Denny, Paulie, Astragali. All clearing up. Finding all 5. Or finding 5. I should have said there are 16 answers available here. Gammon in Space, Pyro, Natter also clearing up. Oh, hello, null reference exception. Game seems to still be going, so that's good. Oh, and another null reference exception. I know what's going on. I don't think that null reference exception is anything to worry about. But I know why it's coming up. And that is time. Sorry, I stopped counting everyone who had gotten 5. I got distracted by the null reference exceptions that were coming in. There's a weird bug that I'm going to have to go and look into. It's a very, very under the hood of the game bug, but it's something that I'm aware of and definitely need to go and fix. Right. So, lobby players. Lots of you finding all 5. I can tell you a total of 120 answers have been played. Oh, the question does say so. Of course it does say the 16. 120 answers have been played, and there are only 16 to choose from. I can say no answer has more than 20 people saying it, so any answer you get is not going to give you the maximum as long as it's correct, finalists. And I can also tell you at this point that out of the 16 potential answers, none of them are distinct. So very well done, Lobby. You have found every single answer on this board. So, 14 distinct answers. No, there are none. So, all of you are going to be losing points, finalists. The question is just how many, and this is going to be very, very interesting. We'll start with BC. We'll go left to right and then right to left. So, BC. We're looking for one of the 16 countries competing in the 2025 Women's Rugby World Cup, and you want the answers that fewest of your colleagues in the audience game said. Can I have your first answer, please? Starting with Canada. Canada. Is that a correct answer? It's a good start. Canada is absolutely right. How many players said Canada? You have the lead at the moment, BC. How many players said Canada? 7 said Canada, losing you 35 points. Okay, you were in first, you are now in last, but the other 2 players have 2 passes to go. You've only got 1 more to go. I'm not going to say if 7 points is a good answer at this stage. It might be good, it might be bad, it might be in the middle. We'll have to wait and see. As we move to AB Me, can I have your first answer, please? Oh, is it doing that weird thing? Okay, fine. I'm going to have to do the extra weird thing where I say, let me know when you've got the web app back up. Why is the browser not doing that? There must be a bug of the standalone. But that doesn't, oh, I don't know. This happened last time, didn't it? Can someone note that in suggestions? Because that's a bug I need to fix, and I'm going to need to resend the payload to ABME. There you go. Right, you're back in ABME. Give me a mo, and I'll just send that back down to you. Thank you. Gameplay Manager. Round 4. Which one is it? Unlock for R4 finalist, I think. Let's try that. There you go, ABME. Hopefully that came through. First answer, please. There we go. The United States. The US of A, United States of America. Is that a correct answer? Yes, it is. United States is correct. Currently in the lead, ABME, with 285. How many players said the United States? Ooh, 10. 10 players said the USA. Yeah, they play rugby. Apparently the women certainly do. You lose 50 points for that, and you are into last place, ABME. Shapes now has the lead, but he's still going to give me 2 answers. Shapes, currently on 270. Can I have your first answer, please? This is what it should be about. This is what the final should be about. We're going with Romania. Romania. Is that a right answer? No, I'm afraid not. Romania is incorrect, Shapes. And you're going to lose the maximum of 100, dropping you down to 170. Still a chance to win, though, because, of course, if ABME and BC give wrong answers, or if it's a particularly high correct answer, then they could still drop below you if you do particularly well on this next question. But you've got to give me the first of the next pass, Shapes. Can I have your second answer, please? Argentina. Argentina. Is that a correct answer? Oh, no, Shapes. Don't cry for me and don't cry for Shapes. Another 100 points down the drain, leaving you on 70. That bronze medal is now definitely going to be Shapes's, but it is going to be a battle between BC and ABME for the gold. Bad luck on that one, Shapes. A good hustle, but not to be. ABME, can I have your second answer, please? Hello, Bear. Lovely Bear. The 200 Club. Yeah, you don't get many of those. We've had a few, but not many. What we go for, ABME? Italy. Hello. Italy. Is that a correct answer? It is a correct answer. How many players said Italy? It's a good answer, just 4 players going for Italy. It costs you 20 points. You are still in second, but the pressure is now really on BC to give a solid answer here. And remember, there are no distinct answers in this game. So, 40 points separating ABME and BC needs to give me one more answer. BC, can I have your second answer, please? Fiji. Is Fiji going for the gambly one? Could be a big gamble. Is it a correct answer? That's a good start. Correct answer. But how many people said it? If 8 or fewer people said it, then you have won the game. However, if 9 or more said Fiji, and you're going to drop below AB Me. Let's find out. How many people said Fiji? Just the 5, costing you 25 points. You stay ahead of AB Me, and at the end of 2 passes, Shapes wins the bronze with 70. AB Me gets the silver with 215, but our gold medalist and champion of distinction tonight with 230 points is BC. Yes, it's BC. It is, isn't it, Dexter? Isn't he clever? Isn't he clever? Yes, he is. The real winner was Zeus as always, so that's the way of it. Very well played there, BC. And apparently your podium stays lit and everyone else's goes dark. And breathe, yes, the pressure of this game. Well, let's go through all the answers and find out how many points were given out in the lobby game. Please go away because I need to stream bear. We love you very much, but we'll talk to you in a bit. So let's go through them. So most popular answer there was France. 14 players going for France and getting 4 points. Japan also 14 players going for Japan for 4 points. Got a couple of interesting notes to say. 11 going for South Africa, getting 6 points. And yes, I'll get to the interesting notes as and when I get there. 10 going for the USA for 8 points, which I think we mentioned before. 9 going for New Zealand for 10 points apiece. 8 going for England for 12 points. They're also the host nation next year. 8 players getting 12 points for England. Well done. New Zealand are the defending champions is something I probably should have mentioned previously as well. 7 going for Canada, which we had earlier, for 18 points. 7 going for Ireland for 18 points as well. 7 going for Spain for 18 points. 6 going for Australia for 22 points, and we're getting into the higher end of the points now. 6 going for Brazil for 22 points. They're the only debutants in the competition. So Brazil in for the first time this next year. 5 going for Fiji for 26 points. So one of the best answers up there. BC saving that till the end. 5 going for Wales. Very well done if you got that one for 26 points. 4 going for Italy. So Italy was the best answer that we had from our finalists. 30 points each for Italy. 4 going for Scotland. Colin Mantissa, Gammon in Space and Paulie. And I think there is one more. Yeah, there's just one more answer. Well done to the 3 people who said Samoa for 32 points. Toot, Jerry and Jog all getting that for 32 points. Oh, Dex, stop being so needy. Go away. You should be tired. Go over there and go to sleep. Thank you. So, those are the 16 nations in the Women's Rugby World Cup 2025. Almost said Samoa. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. That's the way it goes. So, let's go to the leaderboard for one final time and check out the final scores of this game of distinction. And who's our lobby medalist going to be? Lamonte getting 20 points there. Pidge finishing on 45, Grams on 50, Astrogali 76, Paulie 82, Puzzle Mario on 97, Pyro on 105, Dragon on 106, Marcini on 110, Suyu on 115, Mantissa 138, JR 146, Silver Electron 150, Prugs and Natter finishing on 154, Mark on 171, Fetz on 184, Colin 189 and Toot on 192 into the top 12. Top with 203, Stinson's Angle 218, Jake on 225, Clive 247, Oni 258 and Jerry with 268. So into our top players. Jogging 274, Ape with 276, Colo with 284, Shapes finishing on 355, AB Me with 500 and BC with 515. That looks like it's working. What did BC finish on in the final? Can anyone remember? BC, what did you finish on in the final? No, that's what you had going into the final. And then you lost some points. 230, thank you, Fetch. So that's 290 plus 230. Yeah, so 290 plus 230 is 520. Which maybe it was. It's roughly right. AVME 285 and started with 285. Shapes had 70 in the final and 270 before. Shouldn't he be on 340? Yes, he should. Something is clearly not working there. You've got more than you should have. What is going on here? That's clearly not working, because Shapes is a very, very clear-cut 270 and then 70 at the end, so he should be on 340, and somehow he's got 355. And I don't know how. Unless the finalists also get points for the ones that go out in the lobby, I'd have to do some maths. Yeah. That's a really quirky bug that I really must fix. But as it turns out, Shaped with the bronze, AB me with the silver, BC with the gold, and it's going to be Colo who takes our lobby medal with 284. And what larks were had. Silver Electron, welcome to the stream, and those are your final scores. Possibly wrong allocation of previous scores to finalist. Maybe. It doesn't add up though. It doesn't explain why. Because BC started on 290 and ended with something that had a 5 at the end. Ugh. Debuggery is very much needed. I did some earlier. I thought the code looks like it's. I think there might be some points being added onto the finalists if they said the answers that when points are going out for the lobby players. I think, but yeah, that's my current working theory, and I'll go and investigate. Can I extend my thanks to the Lupine one for an absolutely wonderful pack? Just great fun and so close. Such a close game. I feel like that's what Distinction should be about. Lots of players getting lots of answers, but I feel that should be the way it should be. It shouldn't be a game which is too niche. There should be something for everyone up there. But really, really great pack, Lupine. Thank you so much for your efforts on that. And thank you as well to Nando, who's gone to the effort of proofing all of that for us as well. Huge thanks to you both. And congratulations again to our medals. I hope you had fun with that. I had a blast playing that. Really good fun to watch. Now, coming up, we've got Hacker as our halftime game, but because I want everyone to be able to play Hacker and I need to do some adverts for sort of pre-rolls, I'm going to play you a little video that I made over the last couple of nights. I said I did some recording yesterday, and I did a bit of... so I did some audio recording last night and started the video edit, and then I finished the video edit when I finished work today before taking the dog out. And I put a new music video together, which hopefully you'll enjoy. You might not, you might hate it, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to play this music video, and I think I've got to re-export it because you'll see the alpha on one of the bends hasn't quite worked. Yeah, so I'll re-export that. Just so you're aware, I'm going to play adverts over this video. So if you're not subbed, then you're going to see adverts, I'm afraid. But it means anyone joining after won't get pre-rolls. So if you want to see this music video, then subscribe quick. Otherwise, you'll have to go back and watch it on the VOD, assuming it doesn't get muted, which it might do. Anyway, music video with adverts coming up. And then after that, we'll be straight into Hacker as written by Clive. And Hacker is played through Twitch Whispers, okay? Is there a command for that? No, I think I've got one on the app though. Yes, I have. So this is played through Twitch Whispers, not through the Universal Controller. Red Herrings, which is coming up later, is Universal Controller, but this one is done through Twitch Whispers. So make sure you're whispering to Persephone's Twitch bot if you want to take part in Hacker, which is coming up very, very soon. Music video and adverts, followed by Hacker, followed by Red Herrings. Go get yourself another drink, go stretch your legs, nip to the loo, whatever you need to do. Hacker will be back in about 4 minutes' time, and Red Herrings probably in about 20 or so. So I will see you then. Congratulations again to our winners. Thank you to our writers, and hope you've enjoyed the game. You've been playing Distinction, and I will see you after the break. And those pennies should have been added to the bank. I can move that into the use folder and close down the build. And then I'm going to go to music video. I'm going to roll some adverts, and then it will be music video and then Hacker as written by Clive. So do enjoy if you're not getting adverts. And let me put a bonus up as well. Distinction. Oh no, that's distinction. There you go, 285 pennies. Type in distinction with an exclamation mark now. Advert coming up and a music video, special music video for those of you who are subscribed. Enjoy and don't touch that dial because I will be right back.
Boom, 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 whoa. It's for the longest time. Whoa. It's for the longest. If you said goodbye to me tonight, there would still be music left to write. What else would I do? I'm so inspired by you. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Once I thought my innocence was gone. Now I know that happiness goes on. That's where you found me when you put your arms around me. I haven't been there for the longest time. Whoa. It's for the longest time. Whoa. It's for the longest. I'm that voice you're hearing in the hall. And the greatest miracle of all is how I need you and how you needed me too. That hasn't happened for the longest time. Maybe this won't last very long, but you feel so right, and I could be wrong. Maybe I've been hoping too hard, but I've gone this far, and it's more than I hoped for. Who knows how much further we'll go on? Maybe I'll be sorry when you're gone. I'll take my chances, forget how nice romance is. I haven't been there for the longest time. I had second thoughts at the start. I said to myself, hold on to your heart. Now I know the woman that you are. You're wonderful so far, and it's more than I hoped for. I don't care what consequence it brings. I have been a fool for lesser things. I want you so bad. I think you ought to know that I intend to hold you for the longest time. Whoa, it's 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 for the longest time.
And congratulations to We Like Shapes with the steal at the end of Hacker there. What a game, very well played. And of course, extra special thanks to Clive, who I may or may not have mentioned wrote that pack, and it may or may not have been obvious that it was Clive who wrote that pack. But huge congratulations to you there, Shapes. Very well done. And I hope you all enjoyed playing Hacker. So, time for a quick bit of continuity. Adverts are done. I hope you enjoyed the For the Longest Time video as well. I know I did it about 4 years ago, but I used my actual microphone rather than my headset mic this time, and actually I understand a little bit more about how the post-production sound engineering stuff works. So that was very pleasing. Hope you all enjoyed that. Now, what have we got coming up in the next few days? Well, let's take a little look over at Ash the Bash's side of things, because he was here last night, and he is going to be here tomorrow as well. So if you want even more quiz in your life, go and give him a follow, because he does a combination of original formats and formats that he has remade from sort of television. Tomorrow he has got Quiz Cubed and 1,000 Heartbeats, so that's an original warm-up and a remake of the TV format 1,000 Heartbeats. That'll be over on his channel, twitch.tv/AT_bash at 8 PM tomorrow evening. So if you're not doing so already, go give him a little follow. Topper One Gaming has also kicked off Season 8, I want to say. Stream schedule, there we are. Yeah, Topper One Gaming. Another friend of the community, another 8 o'clock stream, except for him it's going to be this Sunday at 8 o'clock. Still in BST for now. And that looks like a good one. The Krypton Factor and Elimination. So go give Topper a follow, twitch.tv/Topper1Gaming. And this Sunday night at 8 o'clock, you can go and enjoy The Krypton Factor, a sort of Twitch-imagined remake of that classic format, and Elimination, which is a Topper One Gaming original format, both of which are very, very good and well worth your time. So go and give him a follow if you're not already. And as for game night stuff, right here, twitch.tv/Royal_Flush. The show continues on Saturday night at 8 p.m. That's the 19th of October. And we are going to be playing Crossfire, The Escape Artist, and Spotlight. Now bug-fixed Spotlight, hopefully. Crossfire by Zeus, The Escape Artist by Oni, and Spotlight by various members of the community. That is going to be on this Saturday at 8 p.m. BST. Crossfire, The Escape Artist, and Spotlight. So please do come along for that. If you're only here for the weekday streams, if you're only available on Thursday evenings or afternoons if you're in the States, next Thursday is Battlefront and Cryptex, and that's a throwback pack. So that will be retroactive trivia that we've seen in a previous season. That's next Thursday, the 24th of October. Battlefront and Cryptex. Do come along for that if you can. There we go, continuity done. Let's have some hack bonuses. 119 pennies if you type in hacks right now. And as you're claiming that, I'm just booting up the software and it appears to have loaded. Excellent. And we've got a brand new writer, brand new contributor to the Game Night writing team in the shape of JR Plays Games, writing his very first pack for this channel. And it's a pack of red herrings. I know he's worked with Cola, who's proofed this, who says there's a lot to enjoy about this pack. So do get your herrings at the ready. And this message especially for Ape. This one is done back through the app, so no Twitch whispers on this one. You can reload the app for this one, and you can play Red Herrings. This one's multiple choice, so this one should work fine on phones, or should be easier to run on phones because it's just button pressing, broadly. But Red Herrings by First Time After You've Prepared Your Passenger Pigeon. Very much so. Yes, first time writer, JR. So you're here, JR. I think I've seen you tonight. I'm fairly sure we've had a chat. Yes, you were the first one to claim the hacks code. So sit back and relax. It's always quite fun watching your own questions play out. He's here, good stuff. So obviously JR won't be able to play, and neither will Colo, but they'll be watching with delight and amusement, I hope, from the audience. Has a beer, excellent. Can't beat a beer when you're watching your own stuff getting played out. I'm here. I've got the Prosecco tonight. I've been quite good this week. I've been limiting it to 1 can of cider a night with dinner, so it doesn't just sort of feel like I'm drinking on my own. Sit back, relax, enjoy, and if you're ready to play, get the app ready, because it is time for JR's first pack for at Game Night, and it's in the shape of this game of Red Herrings. It's Red Herrings! RXD2. RXDR is the room code if you want to come and play. I love this theme as well, I have to say, JR. It's sort of that Dixieland stuff which pervades a few games in the Game Night oeuvre. But ever since David Strathdee pointed out that you can sing Risky Business to it at the Music Quiz Live 1, that's all I can hear now. Risky business, risky business, risky business. That's all I can hear whenever I hear it now. But it's not, it's Red Herrings. Come and join the game if you would like to come and play. RXDR is the room code. Room for 40, I think, players in this game. Yes, 40. So get your sends in if you want to come and have a go. I might just go top up my glass real quick while you come and join. That's the first column, and I'll be back in a moment. Starting to think the dog was getting fussy because he was getting too hot, because it is unbelievably warm in this office once again. I was going to tell you all about my exciting weekend plans, wasn't I? So I'm finishing at 3 tomorrow. I normally have therapy on a Friday, but that's had to move to Saturday now because my therapist isn't available. So yeah, I've got sort of Friday afternoon until Saturday morning. I have nothing in the diary, so I may take the dog for a big walk. If more gainful opportunities present themselves, I might end up going out somewhere. It is still very warm at the moment, even though we're getting into autumn now. Then Saturday morning, dog walk in the morning, and then I'm going to do the park run again, aiming for sub 25. It probably won't be this weekend, but hopefully we can improve on last week. Coming home, and then I've got my counselling session at 11. I'll probably go for a coffee after the park run, and then counselling at 11. And then I'm off for a rehearsal for a concert I've got next month. I'm rehearsing Rachmaninoff's Second Piano Concerto, so that'll be a lot of fun. And then at some point I'm going to cook a fry-up on Saturday afternoon, probably take the dog out again, and then streaming in the evenings. So, catch the pigeon, Fitz, it does. Catch the pigeon, catch him now, and he's a red herring, or something. And basically lots going on. Suyo, CJ Bink, Stilgar, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you. Looking forward to a slightly busier weekend. Sunday, I think, is going to be quiet, but that's fine. Going to have a nice quiet Sunday. Again, unless more gameful opportunities present themselves, which often do. Anyway. Right, I'm going to give you till the end of this loop to join the game. 23 of you in so far. Room for a few more if you want to come play. If not, no worries. It is JR's first contribution to game night in the shape of this Red Herrings pack. It's been proofed by Colo. Bonus pennies. Basically any pair of 2-syllable words would sort of work. Royal Flusher. Yeah, Royal Flusher, though, is not my name, so I'm not going to say that. Royal Flusher. In before that's a raid message. I'm not going to pick it, so don't suggest it. It'll be one of your suggestions. If you do want to suggest raid messages for tonight, though, you can type them in. I see you, JR Plays Games. Winner, chicken dinner. That works. I like that one. Type your message into the chat preceded by a hashtag. The first 3 messages of those that you do will be Royal Flush. Doesn't scan quite as well. Will be contenders for me to pick as a raid message. When we go raid later on, options at the moment, we've got Flage, we've got Huds, we've got Quizzy Dan, we've got Nico, we've got Dave Liquid Lizard, we've got Arg, we've got Prey. There's a lot of potential raid targets. But we'll see who's still live in about 45 minutes or so. Which is when this game is likely to wrap up. Let me get my question notes in front of me. And there we go. Right, the sting is coming to an end. So I think it's time to play Red Herrings. Round 1, congratulations, your movie sucks. ISKYBUSINESS. That works very well. So you need to answer the 12 questions from the options available. You get 1 point for each right answer, and you lose a point for each wrong answer. You get bonus questions. They may appear, they may not appear, but they could appear at any point, not first, last, or consecutively, but any other point we could get a bonus question. And if you get a bonus question right, you get 3 points. Hooray! However, if you get the bonus question wrong, you lose 3 points. There's a little bit of an extra forfeit on it as well, so treat them with caution. If you get a perfect round and you manage to get all 12 questions correct, we'll give you a bonus 2 points at the end, which means if there are 3 bonuses, there's a maximum of 20 points up for grabs in this round. Very important to remember that answers are not used more than once. And there are 16 answers in the grid, so there's 4 red herrings, which will never be correct. So once an answer has been used and it's revealed, keep a mental note of it, because you'll still be able to press it, but it won't be correct again. Hopefully that makes sense. So 12 questions, 16 answers, and congratulations, your movie sucks. Options are Cats, Giggly, or Jiggly possibly, Battlefield Earth, Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, Howard the Duck, Vampires Suck, Catwoman, Jaws the Revenge, Showgirls, The Love Guru, Jack and Jill, The Emoji Movie, Bratz, Wild Wild West, The Last Airbender, and Roadhouse. These films have won the Golden Raspberry Award for Worst Picture. Give the movie from the clues and the year given. So it's a straightforward rubbish movies round, or a straightforward round about rubbish movies, I should say, at the risk of sounding like making it sound like the round itself is rubbish. Perfectly cromulent round. But it's all about rubbish films, so you've got to guess the film from the description given. Good luck, have fun. Here's question number 1. Not a typo. A wise-quacking alien is the eponymous character of this Marvel adaptation, 1986. Remember, no penalties for abstention. That's Howard the Duck, which apparently tied with Under the Cherry Moon. So there we go. Moving on, number 2. The first and only NC-17 rated film to be given a wide release in US theatres, 1995. That one. Oh, it's Showgirls. That was the one with What's the Chops from Saved by the Bell in it, wasn't it? I think. Anyway, moving on. Halle Berry dressed in leather with a whip, 2004. That would be Catwoman. Catwoman. The same year, I think she won an Oscar for Monsters Ball, or similar sort of time. Moving on. Memories of the CGI-packed musical disaster 2019. And I see you probably, Lewis, on my answer sheet. Thank you, that's genuinely quite helpful. Please keep doing that. That was, of course, Cats, which was so bad that God felt it necessary to send a plague to rid the Earth of humanity shortly afterwards. Cats was the correct answer, and it's time for our first bonus question of the round. 3 points if you can find the right answer here, but -3 if you don't. Despite being romantically involved at the time, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez lack chemistry, 2003. Oh, is that not you? Someone's, it might be Colo, actually. Someone's on the sheet highlighting the answers as they go, which is really useful for me. If it's not you, don't worry about it. That's Giggly, or Gigli. Which I have to say I've not seen. Sounds like for the best. Oh, was it you, JR? How? You know what? Never mind. We'll come back to that. Moving on. Mike Myers helps with the Toronto Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup in his quest to become the next Deepak Chopra. 2008. Oh, you on a different Google sheet? I know who it is. The Love Guru is the correct answer there. Well done if you got that. I don't know who it is. I don't think, JR, you had access to this, unless it's the same sheet, or I don't know. Moving on. Will Smith and Kevin Kline are steampunk Secret Service agents protecting President Ulysses S. Grant, 1999. I'm enjoying it. As long as you haven't got access to the whole rest of the unaired database. I'm assuming Cola gave you access to this one during the briefing. That's Wild Wild West, which has a soft spot I have a soft spot in my heart for it. I quite enjoyed that film, Wild Wild West. Good soundtrack, too. On we go. Arn must master the 4 elements in this M. Night Shyamalan adaptation, 2010. It's me, Ben, is not helpful, Anonymous Duck. It's just coming up as Anonymous Duck. I'm assuming that's you, Ben. I'll go work with that. It's Avatar The Last Airbender, just down as The Last Airbender there. I remember a friend of mine wrote a review for that, which was utterly excoriating. To answer a question from last week, and what are my favourite words, excoriating is one. Moving on, John Travolta plays Turl in this adaptation of an L. Ron Hubbard book, 2000. Yeah, excoriating is a great word. Yeah, I quite enjoy Wild Wild West. Battlefield Earth is that one, another one I've not seen. On we go, just a handful left. 3, I think. Sir Patrick Stewart plays Poop, 2017. It's a nice free one for you. Or not. Nearly everyone getting this. Was that an early press there, CJ Bink, possibly? That's, of course, the Emoji Movie. Sir Patrick Stewart plays Poop. It is a good sentence. Here we go, on to the next. Adam Sandler and Adam Sandler, 2011. Ah. Always a pain when that happens. That one is Jack and Jill, one of many Adam Sandler terrible straight-to-DVD films that I've not seen. And the final one of the round, William Shatner nearly killed the franchise, 1989. That's Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. And let's take a look at the red herrings. Vampires Suck, Jaws the Revenge, Bratz, and Roadhouse. And that is the end of round 1. Any bonuses? Yes, Tooch, Stilgar, and Oni all having a perfect round. 12 out of 12. And bumping their scores up to 16. Just to go through them, the other ones there. Bratz was nominated in 2007, but the Razzie was won by I Know Who Killed Me. Roadhouse nominated in 1989. Jaws the Revenge nominated in 1987. Was beaten by Leonard Part 6. And Vampires Suck was nominated in 2010. And personal note from JR, God, I hate Freiberg and Seltzer, who I must say I've not come across, but I'm assuming they make crap films. So at the end of that opening round, Oni, Stilgar and Toot have got a commanding lead of 16. Astrogali currently in second with 13. Clive Fett's jogging all tied up in third with 12. Grams has 11. AB Me and Shapes are on 10. Blue Sky and Puzzle are on 8. Ralph's got 7. CJ Bink and Suyu are on 6. BC and Stimpson's Angler are on 5. Prug's got 4. Silver Electron 3. Pyro 2. Colin and Paul are on 1. And Marcini in -2, but still time to catch up, so don't you worry too much just yet. They made Scary Movie. Scary Movie. I quite enjoyed it for what it was, because it was a parody of a parody, which I thought was quite a bold thing to do. And then it just, obviously, they thought, oh, this made some money. Let's make 4 billion more of them, which are never as good. But I mean, I suppose that's always the way. What did I watch the other day? Tell you, a film recommendation, since we're just coming out of a film round, since we're on the subject of horror films, right? Strongly recommend to everybody here The Substance, with Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley and Dennis Quaid playing Vince McMahon, but not playing Vince McMahon, but looking an awful lot like Vince McMahon and channeling a lot of his mannerisms. I watched it a couple of days ago. Really good. You need a bit of a strong stomach in places, I would say. It went from smart, then snowballed down into Avalanche. Well, the Scary Movie franchise, yeah, that sounds about right. But no, The Substance, Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, Dennis Quaid. It's who's the director? It's that one who did that other good one from back when, which I now can't remember. But yeah, worth your time. Body horror, but with a message. It's definitely not just horror for the sake of it. So that's my recommendation of the week. The Substance. I'm not being paid to say that. I'm just a fan. Let's play on. Round 2. Chemical Injection is the next round, and once again answer the 12 questions using the options available. In this round, the faster you answer, the more points you get. If you answer incorrectly in this round, it will freeze you out of the following question. So not only do you not get points for the one you were wrong on, but you also get to sit out of the next question. Bonuses again may appear, which are worth a flat rate of 5 points if correct. Remember that you can be frozen out of a bonus and on a bonus, and bonuses will never be first, last, or consecutive. So think about that. If we haven't seen a bonus for a while, there's a chance that one may be due anytime soon, and we could get as many. We only had one in the last round. There may be a few more in this round. We'll have to wait and see, but you can still be frozen out of those. No penalty for abstention, so do bear that in mind. I'll give you 3 bonus points if you get a perfect round of 12 out of 12, and once again, answers will not be used more than once, and there are 4 red herrings hidden on the grid, which will never be correct. Now, this round's got a little bit more of an explanation about it, but first of all, I'm going to show you the options for chemical injection. Shipbuilder, Egyptologist, Safety, Hotspot, Decadent, Yeast, Busboy, Churchgoer, Apiculturist, Escrow, Exhaust, Update, Bombshell, Sanskrit, Civilized, and Eagle. Now, in this round, each question will lead you to an element. Find the 2-letter chemical symbol for your element hidden in the middle of one of the answers. Never the start, never the end. For example, injection, which is the name of the round, chemical injection, could be the answer if the chemical answer to the clue was titanium, but not indium, because the IN is at the start of the word. Okay, so if the answer to the clue, if the question was David Guetta single from 2010, I want to say, featuring Sia, the answer would be titanium. You would then need to find the answer that has the chemical symbol within it. So it's questions within questions, which is very, very clever, and both Colo and I have double and triple checked, and there are no crossovers on any of the answers. So each answer, each question, the chemical symbol will only appear once on the entire board. Okay, so hopefully the questions aren't too challenging, but once you've got the answer, you've then got to try and you've got to know the chemical symbol and then find it on one of those words. So remember, the faster you answer, the more points you get, but this is a round where you might want to take a little bit more time, more haste, less speed, so to speak. Let's find out how you get on. Very best of luck to you all. Good luck, have fun. Here's question number 1. Starting with this. Mixed with steel to create stainless steel. Tough one right off the bat there. Escrow. The answer is chromium. Chromium, which is Cr, which you can find inside a scrow. On to the next. Coming first in an Olympic sport or in most game night games gets you this medal. Bad luck if you're frozen out. Orange if you're frozen out. That would be exhaust, because it's gold, which is AU, which you can find in the middle of exhaust. And here's a bonus question. You still got Grams and Suyu. Bad luck, you're frozen out. 5 points flat rate, no matter how quickly you answer this one. Take a look. Clark Kent's home planet. Well done to most of us there. Sanskrit is the answer. The answer is, of course, krypton, which is chemical element Kr, hidden there in Sanskrit. On to the next. Robert Downey Jr.'s blank man. The number of underscores is not indicative of the number of letters, necessarily. That would be Safety Man, because it's Iron Man. Iron, of course, is FE. Safety Man is the next big MCU franchise, according to JR. Sounds riveting. On to the next. In the US, selling 1 million albums earns you this certification. Fortunately, we just had the gold question, which might have thrown some of you off. Egyptologist is the answer, because it's platinum, PT, which is in the middle of Egyptologist. Gold in the US is 500,000 records, not a million. And it's now time for a bonus, 5 points flat, if you can find this. In common idiom, one might swing the blank, get the blank out, or even have some blank in their pencil. Not going to find many words with this combination of letters. It's shipbuilder, because it's lead, which is PB. Kudos to JR for managing to find a word with PB in the middle of it. Just a couple of people frozen out as we move to the next. Used to fill party balloons to make them float. Hello, Prey. Welcome in, brah. Just in time for some red herrings. That would be bombshell, because it's helium, which is HE. Welcome on in, Prey and Raiders. Here's another bonus question to celebrate Prey's arrival. How was your stream, bro? Hope everything is going well for you. Next question. The leader of a troop of gorillas has this colour back. Look, if you missed this one, is eagle, because it's silver, which is AG, famous silverback gorillas. Last was part 2. Good stuff. Well, welcome on in, Prey. Thank you for that raid. Next question. The first planet from the sun. Yeah, I didn't quite gel with the first Last of Us, which is weird, because I love the Uncharted games, and I know it's the same guys who make it. First planet from the sun is churchgoer, because it's Mercury, which is HG. Another fine example there from JR, getting a word with HG into the quiz. On we go. Over 99% of this element is in the human body is found in the bones and teeth. Yeah, I really love the TV show Last of Us, though, so maybe I need to give that another go at some point. Just now, as much as I think the game is beautiful, I prefer the first one. Yeah, I'm going to give that a go again at some point, I think. Decadent is the answer, because it's calcium, which is CA, hidden in the decadent word there. On to the next. The Statue of Liberty is made out of this, giving it its trademark patina. From what I've heard, the show is basically exactly the same as the first game. Apiculturist is the answer, because it's copper, which is CU, hidden there in apiculturist. And final question, I believe, the 5th track on Nirvana's album Nevermind. That's tricky. Well done if you've got this one, though. Civilized is the answer because it's lithium. That's obviously changed from what was down there. Lithium, which is Li. Your red herrings, hotspot, yeast, busboy, and update. And that is the end of round 2. Toot with another perfect score. Getting a bonus 3 points takes him up to 57. Very well played there. Yeah, your red herrings there. Arsenic was hidden in yeast, AS. Polonium, PO, was hidden in hotspot. Antimony, SB, was hidden in busboy. Again, you get a red herring with one of these weird combinations of letters. And palladium was hidden in update, PD. So, kudos to JR, though. Really well-crafted round. It's writing rounds like that, I have to say, the hardest thing is not getting false positives where you have an answer where it's accidentally repeated. So you've done a sterling job there. So very well done. Really, really good stuff. Well, at the end of that round, Toots has got the lead with 57. That's 2 perfect rounds in a row, Toot. You're yet to drop a question. Astrogardi's got 49. Oni's got 44. Fetch is on 42. Clive's got 40. Shapes is on 37. Stilgard's got 34. AB, me, and BC are both on 32. Jogging and Ralph are on 30. CJ's got 29. Prugs has got 28. Stipson's Angles on 27. Porter and Pyro both on 26. Colin with 24. Natter's got 23. Silver Electron and Suyu are on 22. Grams is on 21. Puzzle Dan's on 14. And Marcini has managed to get back into positive territory, neutral territory, I suppose, with a nice round score of 0. But still 2 rounds to go, and they could make all the difference as we play on to round number 3. IATA Check My Luggage is the next round. Answer the 9 questions using the options available, so 3 fewer questions here, and earn more points for each consecutive correct answers. The first one's going to be worth 1, the next one worth 2, the next one worth 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then so on. Give me a wrong answer and it will break your streak, but if you abstain, it preserves your streak, so you can continue where you got to. So you can get the first 3 for 1, then 2, then 3. If you abstain, the next one you get right, assuming you don't get one wrong before that, will be worth 4, so it continues building up. So the more you get right, the more points you get, unless you get one wrong. So if you get 5 right in a row, and then you're not sure, might be worth just hanging fire just a minute to see whether or not you want to risk it and break that streak. There's no bonus questions in this round, but I will give you a bonus of 5 points if you get a perfect round. As ever, answers will not be used more than once, and there are 3 red herrings hidden on this grid, which of course will never be correct. Let's reveal the answers. AMS, LAX, ORD, LDH, CHG, LHR, OUA, LED, SGN, PEK, ONT, YYZ. Those are your answers for IATA Check My Luggage, and as you may have surmised, identify the IATA airport code that corresponds to each of these airports. I know, big letters, I love them. They're going to look really nice on the app, great big buttons to press. So you'll get a description of an airport, where it, in fact I think it's just the name of an airport and its location, and all you've got to do is match the IATA code to the airport given. Best of luck, good luck, have fun. Here's question number 1. Starting with Pulkovo, St. Petersburg, Russia. Everyone might as well have a go at this one because you can't lose anything here. No streak to break. 2 getting it in the nick of time. LED. Bit of a red herring there. Comes from Leningrad, which of course St. Petersburg used to be. Purple if you're on a streak, blue if you're not. Los Angeles International, Los Angeles, California, USA. I am hoping to see a sea green. Yay! Sea green, that's what we like to see. That is, of course, LAX. LAX. Well done there. Well done, everyone. Been there. I've never been to the States. Everyone on a streak at this point. Beijing Capital International. Beijing, China. Don't get caught up by the red herrings there. It's PEK from the old Peking, which I believe is the former name of Beijing. Red herring catching some of you out there. Let's move on. Thomas Sankara International, Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso. So say what you see, it's O-U-A. JR's just written lol Burkina Faso here. I don't know why Burkina Faso is lol. Oh, we go. Heathrow, London, England. I can see your red herring. I can see... That red herring was visible from space, JR. That is LHR, as in London Heathrow. LHR. And nothing else. Wackadoodoo. Schiphol Airport, Amsterdam, Netherlands. Oh, Stilgar! Denying us a sea of green. Yeah. AMS. AMS up there in the top left-hand corner. Well, in Schiphol. I'd love to go to Amsterdam. Never been. Tan Son Nhat International in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Hope you don't have to play. Abstaining will preserve your streak if you have one. Yeah, hopefully a few of us got the SGN, as in Saigon, the former name of Ho Chi Minh City, where we get the musical from. Toronto Pearson International, Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Song played on a solo saxophone. A crazy sound, a lonely sound. Sorry, that's from Miss Saigon, in case anyone was wondering. YYZ. Great song by Rush. The first Y comes from weather codes in Canada, then YZ was the code for the station in Moulton, Ontario, where Pearson Airport is located, and hence the IATA code for Pearson Airport is YYZ, because Canada has to be different and they all begin with Y. O'Hare International, Chicago, Illinois, USA. Yeah, Canada always starts with Ys. I learned that on a CGP Grey video. ORD is O'Hare International. And the code comes from its former name, Orchard Field Airport. And that's the end of the round. The red herrings there, LDH, CHG, and ONT. London Heathrow, Shanghai, and Ontario. Oni and Ralph getting a perfect score there and getting a bonus 5 points and taking them into first and second, respectively. So, yeah, some well-placed red herrings. Weather stations for thanks to CGP. Yeah, that's very much something I remember from that video, is that Canada has all Ys. Yeah, so CHG, you might have been forgiven for going for the Beijing airport, Beijing capital in Beijing, China. But that's actually Chaoyang Airport in Chaoyang, China. LDH should have, again, been forgiven for thinking that might have been London Heathrow, but it's actually Lord Howe Island Airport in New South Wales, Australia. And ONT, some of you maybe thought that was Ontario. That's actually Ontario International Airport in Ontario, California, not Ontario, Canada, because as we've already established, Canada's all begin with a Y. It's a different Ontario, just over the border. Just over the border and then down the left-hand side. In California. I said Canada then. No, not Canada, California. So, interesting changes with the scores. Toot getting his first non-perfect round and losing the lead. Oni takes the lead with 94. Ralph now in second with 80. Toot slips to third with 77. Astrogali's in fourth with 67. Shapes has 65. Clive 56. BC 54. AB Me 53. Fet's on 49. Prug's 43. Jogging and Paulister and Stimson's Angle are all on 42. Stilgar's got 40. CJ and Pyro and Suyo all have 37. Collins on 34. Natter on 30. Silver Electron 26. Grams on and Puzzle Dan on 25 and Marcini on 15, but there is one more. Your other Ontario. Good suggestion. Quite a few good raid messages coming in here. I was whispering. Welcome on into the game, Ape, aka I was whispering. Hey, got a little listen, Lou. So one final round, which could make all the difference, and I've got quite a few decent raid messages, and looks like obviously Praise raided into us, but we still got options of Flage. Nico looks like he stopped as well. Flage, Quizzy Dan, Huds are all still on, and Dave as well, Dave Liquid Lizard. So we'll see if any of those are still going in about 10 minutes time after we have concluded the final round, which tonight is History with Professor Joel. Is that? I'm assuming is that what the J in JR stands for? Possibly. I think I've updated the credits, so I should probably know. If I go to Canvas, no, is it just in Managers? There's my credits manager. Oh, there it is. Did I update the credits? I'm sure I did. Oh no. Oh, you're credited as something else. Not to dox you online, but you did put it. I don't know. Maybe the J doesn't stand for Joel. No, the J and JR is not Joel. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't remember writing Joel in a credits name, so maybe the J stands for something else. But we're going with history with Professor Joel tonight. And I've just remembered why, because I've just looked at the round. Okay, things will become clear in a minute. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, the J does not stand for Joel. Because that is not how JR gets credited in this game. But the Joel is something very important, which we'll find out about in just a minute. Quick overview of the rules. You've got to find the 6 correct answers that fit the criteria. Submit a wrong answer. You'll be told how many you got wrong, not which ones. Sorry, how many you got right, not which ones. And you'll also be frozen out for 5 seconds. The first player who finds all 6 answers will get 50 points. Subsequent correct submissions will win 5 points fewer than the previous player, so 45, 40, 35, and so on. Answers are going to be gradually removed as gameplay progresses, which should hopefully make it a little bit easier for you, and they'll be removed from your devices as well. And we'll keep going until either 10 players have found all 6 answers, the last of whom will receive 5 points, or 90 seconds have expired. So, simple as that, and deselect before you reselect as ever. It's history with Professor Joel, who is not JR, but someone else. Challenger's maiden launch. South Pacific hits Broadway. Jimmy Carter elected president. Iran-Contra affair. Sears Tower completed. Ben-Hur released. Star Wars released. Live Aid. Rocky Marciano wins boxing title. Nez release. Charles de Gaulle elected French PM. Hulk Hogan slams Andre the Giant. Hot Wheels first sold. The Longest Day released. Hula hoop craze. Sally Ride goes to space. Good luck. Have fun. Here is the final question. Identify the events referenced in Billy Joel's 1989 hit song, We Didn't Start the Fire. Okay, 20 seconds in, and Toot is the first to solve for 50. Putting the pressure right back on the rest of the pack. Well played there. We're going to remove an answer when we get to 60 seconds. Jimmy Carter elected president, not mentioned in We Didn't Start the Fire. Remove it from your thought train. AB Mia's got there. AB Mia got 5 on his first attempt. He's now finally found his 6, getting 45 points. Well played. Hulk Hogan slams Andre the Giant, not in the song. Remove it from your thought train. A few more 5s coming in. Clive's got a 5. Shapes has got a 5. The Longest Day released wasn't in the song, unfortunately. Remove it from your thought train. Coming up to 30 seconds to go. Only 2 solved so far. It's not the Sears Tower. It wasn't that, but BC has solved and picked up 40 points. Well played there, BC. Toot's still with the lead as we remove another answer. Ralph has got there for 30 points. Is it enough? Not quite. Ralph has solved it. Nez release is not the answer. Clive has now got there as well. Nez release, remove that from your thought train. And Star Wars release, remove that from your thought train. Just 5, 6 solves now. Nata and Oni getting there. And last opportunity, if you're fast, we've got 7 solves. Any more? No, just the 7. And let's reveal the other red herrings. Challenger's maiden launch, Iran-Contra affair, Live Aid, and Hot Wheels first sold. Were also incorrect to go with Nez released, The Longest Day released, Hulk Hogan slamming Andre the Giant, Star Wars released, and Jimmy Carter elected president, and the Sears Tower being completed. 5, then 5, then 5, then 5, then 4. Bad luck, Ape. Oh, that's really rotten luck. So the red herrings all happened in the time period covered by the song, 1949 to 1989, but did not make it into the song. Unfortunately, I can't now hear that song without thinking of the game night version. Which I now can't... What's the first line of it? Family fortunes face off, blockbusters and bars off, Cryptech showdown, Google that too. Countdown and the pyramid, danger zone and the bridge, data leak, answer trap, that is the question. Yeah, just does the distinction make it into that one? Would anyone like me to play that song at the end of the stream, just to remind you? And it would be appropriate to do it today, of all days. Anyway, and yeah, I like the Fall Out Boy version, which is obviously a modern retelling of that song. But yeah, the ones that do feature there, South Pacific hits Broadway, Ben-Hur released, Rocky Marciano wins the boxing title, Charles de Gaulle elected French PM, the Hula Hoop craze, and Sally Ride goes to space. I'm proud of the BBC. I don't know that one. I'm going to have to look it up. So I am a sucker for any sort of parody of We Didn't Start the Fire. Anyway, after all that, it was Oni and Ralph in 1 and 2, and Toot had gone down to third, but Toot musters his comeback, and the final scores: Oni in third with 114, Ralph in second with 115, just a point ahead taking the silver, but our gold medalist with 127, it's Toot. GG's all round, and of course those points will translate into pennies as well. And can I say, massive thank you to both JR for writing and Colo for proofing. First time writer here, JR, first time writer. We will be seeing him later again this season. I know he's got a Cryptex pack coming up on the horizon, and possibly something else. I might be making that up. Have you just got the 2, JR? I can't remember now. Your name isn't leaping out at me from my list of names, but yeah, cracking debut, Pat. There, thank you very much. It's so nice. We've had 2 new writers in the first 2 streams. We had Fluffy Bunny at the premiere on Saturday, and then JR tonight. Just the 2, okay. But they've been 2 absolute bangers. And that one has been particularly fun. So huge thanks, JR. Really well done. Great writing chops for your first effort there. And thank you to Cola as well for doing a bit of work with you as well and going through on the proofing side of things too. Very much appreciated. Most welcome back. Most welcome back. Really enjoyed that. That is going to be it. Does anyone want to see the We Didn't Start with Crossfire video again? That could be fun, or should we just go right into someone? I'll let you decide while the credits roll. Thanks again to JR, and congratulations to Toot, Ralph and Oni, our medalists tonight. And spontaneous, I haven't exported it, Lewis. I haven't exported it yet. Another time. You've been playing Red Herrings. I'll see you on the camera on the other side of the credits. Well, stonking debut from JR there, and a lovely way to wrap up this Thursday stream. Oh, it's great to be back doing new trivia on Thursday. It's been lovely to see such a full audience, so thank you all very much for coming to join me. I'm going to pick a raid message. I am going to play that Crossfire video. If you've seen it, then you get to watch it again. If you don't want to, thanks very much for coming out. I'll see you on Saturday. But we're going to go raid afterwards. Let's just see, is Huds still in the thick of it? Yeah, we'll go raid Huds in just a minute. But first of all, another musical interlude from... actually, no, I'm not going to play it. I've changed my mind about it for reasons that I will talk about another time. Yeah, no, I'm not going to play it. I kind of need to say why that. Basically, Megs and Dylan feature in it, basically, and it's sort of, it's just, it feels a little bit. I'm well aware Megs' name is still in the credits of all of them because you know getting divorced, but she's not, doesn't take away from what she contributed, I suppose. But having the footage on the screen might just be a bit much. So a slightly awkward timing on that one. So we'll put a pin in that until I've re-recorded it again. So yeah, let's leave it for now, and we will just go off and raid someone. It looks like it's going to be Hud 601, top chap. He's doing some Sonic Dream Team. He had his birthday yesterday, so we could just go say happy birthday, or we could say Juicy Foursome. Royal Flusher. Hud would probably get on board with that. Captain John Poop Picard. That's brilliant. I love that. As a hark back to the poop question, the emoji question. Fake Zeus, dog time already. Pick a random city. Crimson Fisheries. Russ Abbott isn't even a real app. That's quite clever. Close but no cigar. I like that one. No, it's got to be that. ADMe's going to get 100 pennies for that. ADMe 208, 100. Very good. And the rest of those pennies I will award post-stream. Look, thanks all again for coming to join me. We're going to raid HUD 601 and we're going to say Captain Jean Poop Picard. Maybe floating around on Ash's stream tomorrow if I end up not going out. I haven't decided yet. The jury's still out on what happens tomorrow evening. If I'm in, I'll probably pop into Ash's stream. If not, I'll hopefully see you on Saturday for Crossfire, The Escape Artist, and Spotlight. That's right here, twitch.tv/royal_flush at 8 p.m. BST. Don't forget Ash tomorrow at 8 p.m. Don't forget Topper on Sunday. I'll give you another reminder for Toppers on Saturday. But until then, do enjoy the rest of your week and the start of your weekend. Thanks again for coming to join me. Thanks again to all the writers for tonight and to the proofing team. Congratulations to all our winners. I hope you've had fun. And until next time, you've been watching Game Night, back on a Thursday, up in Royal Flush. Do take care, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe. And until next time, take care. Peace out and good night.